What is up, Bills Mafia? This is Brett back with our halftime show of the Bills and Steelers game today. Dominant game from the Bills today to start off. Great first half so far. Love everything that we have been doing. Just dominating the total yardage, passing yards, rushing yards, yards per play, everything, every aspect the Bills are dominating in. Really like what I've seen out of the offense so far. 4 touchdowns so far from Josh Allen. And one good stat that a lot of people aren't really talking about is he has 150 career touchdowns overall, which is excellent. Shout out to him. Looks great, and you can hear from the crowd. You heard the MVP chants, and I definitely think he is going to be the MVP at the end of this season. So really like what I've seen from the Bills so far. As far as the defense, at the end of the first half, the Bills did get the interception, and shout out to Kaiir Elam for getting that interception at the end of the half, which the Bills didn't get that a drive going down the field, especially with the penalty from Stephon Diggs, which really prevented them from going down the field a little bit. Maybe we could have gotten a field goal. But overall, 31 points in the first half, I'm okay with that. Really happy with that. But, probably we wanted to get a few more points at the end of the half just so we could be up 34 or 38-3, which would have been perfect. But ended up with a final first half score of 31-3. Talking about the total yards from the Bills, having 400 total yards so far, 348 coming from the passing game, and then 52 from the run game. A couple of good runs from Devin Singletary so far. Really liked what I've seen out of him so far. Getting a couple of good runs. I will say this, and I know that this is going to come off a little controversial, but I'm in a dynasty league and ended up trading Devin Singletary for Jamal Williams, but really liked what I've seen out of him so far. As far as first downs, the Bills are leading the way 13-8 in first downs. Third down efficiency, 4 out of 6 from the Bills, 3 out of 8 for the Steelers. Fourth down efficiency, nobody had anything. Total plays, 34-30 in favor of the Bills. No sacks for either team. 3 punts by the Steelers, no punts by the Bills. As far as penalties, which is a category that the Bills have had a lot of so far in the year. The Bills have 4 penalties, which I hope they can get that down, but only for 21 yards. As far as time of possession, the Bills are losing the time of possession battle, 16 minutes and 19 seconds to 13 minutes and 41 seconds. Hopefully they can get that a little bit up. But overall, really like what I've seen out of the Bills so far. One thing that I will say as far as the Bills that I really liked is the next man up mentality that they've had so far, especially in the receiver game. Khalil Shakir doing a really good job getting some nice catches. He missed one that he went through his hands, but I really like what he's done. Diggs having 2 touchdowns on the day, destroying the defense, as well as Diggs destroying the defense too. So really like what I've seen out of the receivers, but I also have to commend what the defense has done so far. I really like what I've seen out of Damar Hamlin, doing a really good job stepping in place for Jordan Poyer, doing a really good job there. And he looks good in coverage as well. A couple of really good tackles for a loss that have been perfect. So I really like what I've seen out of him. Let's go to the comments. We're going to start on Instagram, going over the comments. Dynasty Life Fantasy said, Josh Allen is really good at football. LOL. Gabe Davis had a Randy Moss stat line. Yeah, he did. I mean, just looking really good, getting the Moss catch away from Minkah Fitzpatrick in coverage. So I really liked what I saw out of him so far. Cooking Up Awesome said, great pick by Elam, but he has been targeted and exploited. Yes, he has. That's one thing that I was going to say is Elam has shown a lot of soft coverage so far in the game, which is one area that the Bills could improve on. I think that he needs to get stop being so far back on the receivers, especially on Pickens. You have to have tight coverage and jam him off the line. He's a big receiver at 6'3", so you have to make sure that you're jamming him off the line and disrupting the play. Andrew Joseph Kumarad, I hope I said that right, said, "We are doing better," as well as, "What up, man?" Thank you for watching, Andrew. Appreciate you watching. I know that we've been chatting in the comments every so often, so definitely shoot me a DM in the comments with all your thoughts on the game. I do appreciate you guys for watching. Appreciate everybody watching. This is a great start to the year. I really like what I've seen. Probably going to be 4-1. So I really like what I've seen. But some halftime adjustments. This is where the Bills have really done a good job, only allowing 7 points in the second half. So I hope that we can keep that up. As far as scores around the league, we're going to jump to the scores around the league. Starting with the games that have already been played. Let's talk about the game that was already played to begin the week. The Colts beat the Broncos 12-9 on Thursday. The Giants beat the Packers, which is a little bit surprising, 27-22. That game being played in London. As far as the games being played today, the Lions are trailing the Patriots 16-0. The Chargers are trailing the Browns 21-17. Jaguars and Texans are tied at 6. The Bucks are up on the Falcons 13-0. The Jets are up on the Dolphins 19-14. The Vikings are up on the Bears 21-10. And the Titans are up on the Commanders 14-10. Andrew Joseph said that, "LOL, that game made me sleep." Yeah, it did. I was expecting the Packers to beat I think you're talking about the Packers game. I was not sure if you're talking about the Packers game or if you're talking about the Thursday night game, but both games made me pretty much fall asleep. I was very disappointed in the Green Bay game. I thought that they were going to come out and win the game easily, but I mean, they were doing a good job in the first half, but just looked a little sloppy in the second half. The Bills Bouncer, shout out to the Bills Bouncer. He's been on a few podcasts with me throughout the year, as well as last year on a few with Red, White, and Bills. Shout out to them as well. Said, "What are your thoughts on Elam in the first half?" I do like what I've seen out of Elam in the first half, but just needs to have a little bit better coverage, and I think that that's going to be an area that he's going to work on. I'd like to see him press a little bit more off the line, which is something that I haven't seen a lot of. He's been playing off the line, but I do think that he needs to press back on the line and then show his tight coverage ability throughout the game, which I think he's done a decent job in coverage, but just needs to press a little bit more. Andrew Joseph said that he was talking about the Thursday game. Yeah, that game made me fall asleep pretty much the whole entire game. I thought that Russell Wilson was going to come out and have a big game. It took the Broncos to win that game, and I was shocked that the Colts were going to win that game. Don't forget to follow the Fantasy Football Network on Instagram as well as on YouTube. And don't forget to download their app right now on the App Store. You can find it on the Google Play as well as the App Store. And you can utilize our code SCOUT to get 50% off your subscription for your first year of service. Don't forget to utilize that code. It is SCOUT to utilize that for your first year of service with the Fantasy Football Network. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and TikTok. You can find us at Go Bills Podcast on all platforms. I'm going to go to YouTube and put up a comment real quick. Louis M. said, "Josh Allen is the best quarterback in the NFL, and it is not even close." I completely agree with you, Louis. Shout out to him. Thank you for watching this halftime show. But definitely, he has been the number one quarterback in the NFL. If you haven't heard from all Bills fans at the game, you could hear the MVP chants, so you know that he is doing a really good job each and every week. All right, guys, this has been the halftime show of the Steelers and Bills game. Hopefully the second half of the game is going to go the same way as the first half has went so far. And we can look forward to the game against the Kansas City Chiefs next week. We will see you guys after the game on Instagram as well as on YouTube. Probably going to do it a little bit later after the 4 o'clock games. We'll start them around maybe 8 o'clock. We'll be on our lives, and we'll see you after the game. This has been the Go Bills podcast, and we'll see you later.